If there's one thing most of us cannot stand, it's when people make excuses. And if there's one thing that most people do is make excuses. Now, everybody does it. Everyone has done it in the past, and most people will continue to do it in the future. Now, there are millions of quotes that bosses, trainers like myself, and parents have probably thrown at you in your life about making excuses. And some that I've used myself are things like, make changes, not excuses, or that excuses are the nails used to build a house of failure. Now, the point is that no matter how many quotes I throw at you, it won't change anything. It might make you feel bad or maybe even embarrassed, but let me just say that that is not in any way my intention. My goal is not to break you down or make you doubt yourself because you have an excuse. My goal is to make you stop using excuses. When it comes to excuses, psychologists actually say that excuses are behaviors that impede a person's performance and motivation. Excuses are used as a distraction to hold us back from doing things that we should be doing, but it's also from a deeper level of self-protection to shield ourselves from any type of anxiety or shame when we don't do the things that we're supposed to do or that we agree to do. But what does that have to do with working out or your eating plan? Well, how many times have you not gone to the gym because you were going to be late, or maybe you hit the snooze button too many times, or you didn't post your meals because you didn't have time, or you say that you were too tired to fix a healthy meal so you just grab convenience foods? In many cases, excuse making is a distraction from not wanting to upset or disappoint your coach or training partner by being late or doing something that you weren't supposed to, when you should have actually just said that you're going to get there and work twice as hard to make up for the time that you missed or do whatever it is you should be doing. See, when you say that you're not going to your workout because you have too much to do, or making dietary changes are just too hard or unfair, it's really just a way of making you feel less burdened or maybe even less ashamed. And unfortunately, from a psychological standpoint, it works. But to be fair, studies have shown that excuse making can actually be beneficial, believe it or not. Now, a study from the University of Florida found that certain excuses can protect a person's self-esteem, can lower depression, and even boost the immune system, which could actually lead to better performance when you go to do the task that you made the excuse for prior. But it's only beneficial if the excuse is maintainable and produces sympathy for the excuse maker. But if it isn't maintainable and doesn't provide sympathy, which in most cases it does not, then the excuses become detrimental to the excuse maker's success. And hey, everybody out there has had one of those days when you're working out and you're not into it, not motivated, your mind just isn't right, and when you should just be honest with yourself and admit that today's just isn't your day. Then you're able to rebound the next day, and oftentimes you naturally want to perform at a higher level because now you feel better and have a clearer head. Now, the opposite approach is saying things like, it's too hard, or I can't do it, or I give up. These are the types of excuses that are self-handicapping, and in the end will do nothing but undermine yourself mentally and emotionally. When it comes to making lifestyle changes such as exercise and eating right, it's going to be hard. It will challenge you, but just as anything else that's worth having, if you really want it, you have to work for it. When it comes to your workout or following your eating plan, just be honest with yourself and be honest with your coach or your accountability partner. Don't use self-handicapping excuses. Just be honest. Tell yourself, your workout partner, or your coach that today just isn't your day and that tomorrow you'll be ready to work harder. And just by being open and honest, you'll want to work harder and you'll be intrinsically driven to succeed. Because at the end of the day, you can either have excuses or you can have results, but you can't have